More convenient, you know. All righty. Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Let me get this out of the way. Turn that on. Let's give this a little. Close your eyes. Okay, we're good. It took longer than usual. How is everybody today? How we doing? Hey, Jackie. 10:15. I should know that. I just went live, right? Okay. All righty. How we doing? What's going on? See, I'm gone for 2 days, and like I lose my mind. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm taking allergy pills. That's what I'm doing. I'm good. I'm good. Y'all don't even want to know what I did. Seriously. So Sunday, after we, parted ways in the morning, I decided I was going to do a little filming. Unbeknownst to me, my microphone was unplugged. And so I filmed 3 videos, 3 good videos. And when I went to edit them, hi, Harry, it was that tin can sound, with the static, the crackling. Hate that. Because the microphone on the camera sucks. Carla! So 2 of the videos are, I could, they were passable. If I turned the master volume down on them, and I used the noise reduction, it sort of straightened it out a little bit in the editing. So I was able to use those, but the third one has to be completely redone. Not that it's a big important video, but, And then I had started to film the 4th video, and I got about a third of the way through it when I realized I had over an hour of film on that. So I'm going to do that as a free class, probably in 2 parts. But I'm going to have to record the whole thing over again because it has bad audio. And then I said, my desk looks like crap. I need to clean this. So I took this off the desk so I can take it over to the sink and, soap and water, scrub the crap out of it and clean it up. That turned into a 2-day reconstruction of the entire corner. I still have the same list that I was working on last week, taking the pictures, listing products, sorting the bins. I still have bins to sort. I didn't get the minute mystery done. I didn't get the videos recorded because I got them done, but I have to redo. So, but I converted over. Michelle was actually on a video call with me. And she was, I put her on the other camera so that she could see me because I have one over my desk and, I have this one. And then I have one that's on the top of my computer to my right. And then I have another one that I can bring in if I need to get like a shot down on the desk. So I turned on the big one up there and she was in here and she's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm cleaning my Gramercy cards and getting them organized." And I got them all done. And then I went to put them away and realized I organized them backwards. The things that I need are on the far end, and the things that I don't use so frequently are on the close end, and I'm an idiot. This is Harry, Buffy. This is Harry. Harry Houdini. He's a real pain in the butt. When the blue light comes on the camera, he thinks it's his time to be up here. He's the star. We all know this. Huh. He's very spoiled. I don't even like cats, but I like Harry. Because he's a dog. Are you a doggy? Oh my God. Carla, you would have died laughing last night. Mike and I went to the grocery store after he got off work because I needed fruit. Come on, let's get some treats. Get down. Down. What did I say? Yeah, I know. You're a big bad kitty. Come on. Get down. Harry, get down. Yeah, down. Thank you. Here's your treats. So last night, I went and I got fruit at the grocery store, and then we went and got something to eat. But when I was at the grocery store, they had containers of chicken livers, and I get them every now and then for Ginger because, you know, organ meat's good for them. So I bought her some chicken livers, and I brought them home. Ozzy's never had them, and neither's Harry. So I brought them home, and I opened up the container, I put them in the frying pan, and I start to cook these things. And oh my God, I look over, Harry's on the counter staring at me. The dogs are right at my feet staring at me. And they're all just like, what is that? What is that? Oh, I love that. Trying to get Ginger and Ozzy separated so that they each got their plates last night was a fiasco. Gave some to Harry. He sat on the counter like king shit going, this is mine. Oh my God. I've never seen Ozzy do it. Like Ginger does it all the time. When she's eating off a paper plate, she puts her foot on the plate to keep the plate from moving. Ozzy did it last night. He's like, wait a minute, there's something to this. Lost their minds. All right. Let's see. Let's pull this puppy over here because we're going to use some stuff. Okay, Don Quixote. Let's use some Don Quixote pages. Yes. So we're going to be making, ooh, look at that. We are going to be making some make-aheads. And one of the things that's on our list is book page library pockets. So that's what we're going to do. I know. I was supposed to do this stuff before, but I didn't get to it. Because, I ripped the corner apart. All right. This is the exact opposite of what everybody's, what we've been talking about doing for this week's craft with me. Oh, and Rip Van Winkle. We're going to do Don Quixote and Rip Van Winkle. I don't want that to be on the front, so I'm just going to move it. Okay. Let me get out my... I don't care about it, Matt. We'll use the Elmers because we have some. Yeah, my grandfather used to do that too. But, it's good for the dogs and it's good for the cat. It's some organ meat from time to time. So I always give them livers. My mom used to feed her dog white rice with chicken livers and gizzards because her dog didn't have any enzymes in her belly. So if you gave her a red dog cookie, her poop was red. If you gave her a green one, her poop was green. So she couldn't digest stuff very easily. So my mom used to make her special food. You want to talk about spoiled? That one was spoiled. Now, in all this cleaning and moosing stuff around, you know what I did? I lost my brayer. So we're just gonna, use our fist. Francis! All right, that's one. Do two. Good thing is I only need like 5 of these. I did a count. I only need like 5. Don Quixote. When I was younger, that was the first play I saw in New York on Broadway. It was Don Quixote. My grandmother took me to it. And we went to see it on Broadway. And I'm sure there was somebody special who was, playing Don Quixote. I don't know, because I was a kid. But I think I was like 7 or 8 years old. But it was a kid's day. Like they did when I was younger, in the 70s, Broadway used to do a kids days. Like one day a month, they would do all of their Broadway plays, and they would do a matinee for kids. It was on a day they were normally dark, and the tickets were like a couple bucks, $2-3 a piece. So my grandmother used to take me and my brother to go see Broadway plays. Like I saw Cats the musical when I was younger. There were a couple that we saw that were kid oriented that they did just because, they were for kids. Like there was a Winnie the Pooh thing, a couple of other ones, but I saw Madame Butterfly, Man of La Mancha, Don Quixote, which I think is the same one. Yeah, it was Man of La Mancha, Don Quixote. And I saw Hair, which was really big at the time. Still one of my favorite all-time musicals. Hi, Michelle. Oh, and A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. So apparently we're going to do a lot of these. A lot of stories. But yeah, I got to see a lot of them. And then I remember she used to always take us to Tavern on the Green for tea, high tea. I'm going to do this one with the Christmas Carol showing. We'll use it for something Christmas Carol-y. I don't know, something Christmassy. Okay, so we got 6 of these. I only needed 5, but we have 6. So that works. All right. So the first one should be dry. Okay. So I'm going to just trim around it now that I have it glued, because I may not have glued all the way to the edges, And then, so I'm going to decide how wide I want my pocket to be, which is usually about 4 inches. So we can take like all of this off. There. And then I'm going to take off about 3 inches on the bottom, maybe 2.5, because this is not a very tall book. And that going to be one. This one at least has writing most of the way to the top. So I'm going to leave that one. And we're going to cut this down to about 4 inches. I'll take a bunch off the sides. Just a very small amount off the bottom. And then I'm going to take about there. That'll work. Yes. All right. Rip Van Winkle. It was always one of my favorite stories when I was a kid. Let me get this out of the way because it's moving the cutter all over the place. Now I'll keep those because I can put those in my scrap, for my scrap buster. I'm going to do this one just about 3.5, I think. So let's do it 3 3/4, and then we'll do some more off the other end. I don't know. I'm just weird. I like to keep it nice and, there. A tiny little bit off the bottom. And then, what is this one? I'm going to do 3, 2 3/4. That's 3. This one doesn't really have like a title. There. Jerry Orbach. Oh, yeah, I've seen Jesus Christ Superstar. Yep, seen that one. You know what? I have to be honest. I don't know if this makes me a bad person, but, everybody and their mother was talking about Hamilton. I did not go see it in the theater. I waited for the movie production to come out. I have to be honest. I'm not impressed. I don't know why everybody is so gaga over that thing. No. So the reason I do this and I cut them this way and I don't just fold it up is so that all the writing is going in the right direction. We'll save all of those. We'll put them in the bucket. I don't know why that's in there like that, but it's upside down and it's driving me crazy. Here we go. Okay, so now I have all of these. Now, since I'm doing these as make-aheads, I don't even know what color these are going to be. So my trick for that is I don't glue this all the way to the top. Let me show you. So I'm going to put glue on here. And then I'm going to put this down. And of course, if I want to put a thumb pull in it, I should do that before I put it down. But I don't have to because, and I'll show you why. So now you wouldn't be able to ink this all the way across, but I don't glue it all the way down so that you can put the card in there and you're able to glue that. You're able to ink that with whatever color you want. And it's not totally set down, so I can come in and put a finger pull in it. So just don't ink them all the way at the top. That's kind of my trick. So I ink about, I glue about 1/2 inch or so down, 3/4 of an inch down. That way, when I come back, if I want to, ink this, like say I want to make it blue, I can just put my card in here and hit it with my dauber and get the color on there without, smooching on the back. I went and saw Cats with Alex. Like I've seen it with her like 3 or 4 times. But I have to tell you, the one thing that I really loved was, and it was a hell of a production, was The Lion King Live. We saw that in LA it was the off-Broadway production. But we saw it in LA. And oh my God, what a spectacular thing. Just fantastic. It was colorful and it was fascinating, and the score was fantastic. The vocals were fantastic. The theatrics were over the top, just fantastic, wonderful. But we saw that, God. Oh, Tyler must have been, well, that was before I moved here. So probably about 26 years ago. God, it's hard to believe that stuff like that's been around that long, But it was before I moved to Vegas. And I've been here about 24 years. It was a few years before that. So about 26 years. Yeah, Riverdance is awesome. Now, did you see the original cast for Riverdance? I'm going to give this one a different top. Something a little more decorative, Why not? Because it's a wider one. And this you don't have to leave a whole lot. You could leave like 1/4 of an inch of this at the top that's not glued. You just want to be able to get something in there, a scrap in there. To be able to ink it, I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Probably won't do too much inking on this one because of the coloring, but still, But I went and saw Cats here in Vegas with Alex not long ago. And I have to tell you, the guy that played the protagonist, Rum Tum Tigger, oh my God, he was fantastic. The guy was just like, I don't know, he was meant for that role. No Michael Flatley. Oh. Yeah, I've seen Wicked, but that has a residency here. Okay, so we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not going to round corners on these or anything because if I do that, then, I'm stuck with it. And so if I don't want to have it rounded when I put it in the book, then, I have to do this again. So we have those. Okay, 6 of those. That works. What else was on our list? I don't know. Let's get the list. Dream the impossible dream to fight beyond frightful foe. Okay, we got those. Oh, kimono pocket paper clips. Yeah. That's the thing with trends, It's like it gets beat down. All right, so we're going to do some kimono pockets. So what do I want to do those with? I don't think I want to use scrapbook paper. But maybe I will because it's a good 6x6 buster, Let's see, what do we got? We got one of these. I think this is the only one of this I have. Do that. Let's do that one. That one. That one. That one. Okay. So we have one up here. So this is what they are. And so it's just 3 by 6. So you just cut these in half. 3 inches. And then we're going to do some scoring. And obviously I'm not going to do all of them, but So we want it to be, it's 6 inches across, and the finished one is 2 1/4, in the middle. It's like 2 1/4 inches. So like you do one side a little less than the other, okay? So 1 3/4. And then since I'm at 1 3/4 and this is 1 1/4, you do the other side at 4. 1 3/4, and then over at 4. And 3/4 and over at 4. Okay, those are all the ones I'm going to do with that. And then I'm going to get a piece of scrap because normally I would use a cut on this, but I don't want to. So let's get it. I don't have any scrap. So we'll just use a piece of paper. I'll just cut a piece of paper down. If I can get one. Why does everything have to be so difficult? There. Okay. So just a regular piece of paper. 3/4, but I'm going to pull it back just a hair. So like 1 5/8. I like 2 7/8. What do we think? I think I have 4 of them, so I think that'll be enough. Paper clips. Why do we use these? Because they're better. Okay, hills into valleys, valleys into hills. You know, I say that all the time, and I didn't realize until somebody reached out the other day that not everybody understands what I'm saying there. You know, what I mean. So. Let's cover that real quick. Okay, so when you put a piece of paper down, all right, and we're going to put a mark on this. So that's the top of the paper, like, you know, the decorated part. And when you score it, you put a little valley into it. That's the valley. This part pops up. So that's the hill. So you turn hills into valleys and valleys into hills. So you fold it so that the indentation is on the outside. I hope that makes sense. I did not realize that people did not understand what I was talking about when I said that. So, but somebody like specifically asked about it, and I was like, okay, let me fix that. So that's what I mean when I say hills into valleys and valleys into hills. Whenever you score a piece of paper, if you do it that way, it's less likely to crack. It's also less likely to crack if you do your scores, a couple of scores lightly, than if you, you know. All right, so we have 3 of these. So I'm going to fold these down a little further. Oh, I like it like that. That's good. Okay. I'm going to use my hole punch here to put a little divot at the top. Just like a half of one, so that when I put this on here, I can put those wires, you know, I can sink it down. That's the point. There we go. And then we're going to put our paper over this. Don't forget to go over to the Facebook group and vote for this week's Craft With Me. There's 2 options up there. One's going to be doing the Tim Holtz File Folder 2 set live. Are you still with us, Buffy? Frances is probably being stalked by her boss. All right. Gluing these down. And the other one is turning, just regular pages. Hi, Francis. Okay, let me get this glued here. I actually like that paper on there. I didn't think I would, but I do. I do have to say that the paper that Temu uses to print their paper is really nice paper. Yes, ma'am, you'd voted. But if you have not voted, make sure that you do, because I want to do the project that everybody wants to see, because it doesn't make any sense to do a craft with me if, I do something that nobody wants to see, because then you can't get your questions answered. You know what I mean? Ooh, Gingy got her a pigeon this morning. She ran out the door. There was a whole bunch of pigeons. She got one. Ozzy peed himself. He was like, what? What just happened? Why? Might be time to get out a new bottle of 3-in-1. He did. He was standing there and boop, just peed himself. Hold on. I get you, Link. There you go. Now, with this one, if you do it as a make-ahead and you're going to ink it, don't glue this part down. You'll see. I'll show you. So you glue down the flap. You glue down the other flap. Punch it a hole. Now, in reality, if you just don't glue either flap down, that works too. If you want to lay these flat. Because paper clips is one of those things where I think you can really, benefit from making them ahead, because, your basis, because then you don't have to wait for the glue to dry. It's already dry, So that is a good make ahead project. Any kind of a paper clip. Yeah, it might be time to put out a 3-in-1. Come on. So, I mean, you could do them like this and just lay them in flat in your stash. And then that way it's easier to you know. But if you're going to do these as make-aheads, just don't glue this part down. Like glue this down, because with that part glued down, you can still put something behind there and ink that. But once you put this part down, if you glue this down, you're not going to be able to get all the way to that corner to, you know. So I would say you can glue this part down if you want. This is a space issue, you know, if you need the space. And then glue this down, but don't glue it all the way. That's going to let you do this. And be able to, you know, ink all of it. And then you can finish gluing it down. So I'm sitting here yesterday and I'm watching stuff on the screen while I was cleaning. And there was this thing about another BTK killer in Wichita. And I looked at Mike and said, "We're not moving to Wichita." He goes, "No doubt." Hell no. They got too many serial killers. Okay, so I have about 5 of these. So I only did like 3 of them. So I don't need to do a whole lot of those. So now I have them all put in there. So other things that we can make ahead. We can make ahead the triple pocket. Let me show you that one, the zigzag pocket. I think I have some up here. Where did I put them? Where did they go? So these can be made ahead. And this is just a zigzag pocket. And this one is, you know, so you can put it in and you end up with 1, 2, you know, 1, 2 pockets. But that's one that you can do ahead. You can take this off if you want, you know, to not have that up there because you're going to put this down. You can glue that in, but that's the perfect make ahead right there. You just make it and you just stack up a stack of them and you're done. Another one that's good to do that I like to have is the 6x4. Let me see. So this is obviously not the right dimensions, but the 6x4 is the one that's folded in half. Here, we cut that off so we can see what we're working with. And you don't have to do it at 6x4. You can do it any size you want, but you know, 6x4 tends to be the one that I do most. So this is the one that it's the nice little card, and we round our corners here and here. And then on this one, and there's a video of this, we just put that little slice up here in the fold, about a 1/2 inch, an inch slice. And then we can put, before we close this, we can put in our paper clip through there. Look at that. Glue down our strip inside. I'm going to take this down a little bit though. Glue down our strip inside. That's about 3/4 of an inch to an inch. You just need to cover the bars. Glue that in. Look at that. Put the lid on. Okay. Now you can ink this up or you can leave it. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to put a little finger nip thing in here. Doesn't matter. This I would actually do though when I'm getting ready to put this in so that I know where I'm putting it. And because I might decorate this with something else. But then, you know, you glue the edge. Glue the two sides, top and bottom, left and right, however you want to look at it. Glue those down. And again, this is a blank for a paper clip that you can decorate any way you want. You can put a little tag or something in there, a little journaling card or something. But your glue is dry, so you can work this right away. That's the other advantage to doing make-aheads, is that all of this is, you know, it's dry before you go in there, because there's nothing that's more irritating than making like a beautiful journaling card or something and you go to put it in here and you hit that wet glue on the inside and it gets all over your piece. That's so frustrating. He's kind of cute though. I think I'm going to keep that one, even though it's small. Small. I like small. Small is good. All right, so I don't know if anybody noticed, but I updated let me get rid of that real quick. I updated the playlist, you know, our upcoming video list and upcoming stuff, and we did this one. See, look, I finished a list. Aren't you proud of me? I finished a list. Impossible. So I updated it and I did a little bit to change it. And I'm not on OBS, so I can't show you, but I went ahead and I noted in there that the Craft with Me, Art Therapy, and Mixed Media are all at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I made a note of that at the top so that everybody could see it very clearly. And then that, you know, the sale, just you have to watch for that because it depends on what the schedule is, you know. And sometimes, although I do try to have it on the 7th of every single month, sometimes like this month, if it falls on like the middle of a week, I'll try to move it to the following weekend, but that would conflict with, that was going to conflict with Defy. I am not a supporter of Defy, but I'm not going to try and take anything away from them either. You know what I mean? I'm not going to purposely do something like that. That's kind of a prickish move. So, so I moved it back instead of moving it forward. Let's see, what else have we got going on? Okay, hold on. I got to do this because I ate an hour ago, so I have to do this now. Yes, have to do this now. Ow! Ow! Anybody who has, you know, sugar issues, you have to be sadomasochistic. You just have to be. All right, let's see how we're doing because we ate an hour ago. Not bad. 147. That's not bad. Because I'm a little under that hour. I just pinched my finger too hard. I'm going to stop this blood. Ah! Trying to crush my own hand. So, yeah, so I redid everything here in front of me. I got that new box I showed you guys from Temu. It's now in here. It's a little tight, but yeah, it's nice. I was able to get rid of some of the little things that were causing problems and get them tucked away. So I don't have to, like, you know, if I want them, I can see them because they're in clear drawers. But, you know, stuff that was just like my glue stick. Y'all know the glue stick I'm talking about. Which reminds me, I got to go to the Snob. This one. My glue stick from Hades. I got to go to the Snob because that's all I got left. About 2.5 feet. Which we all know I can go through in, you know, a day. Okay. Oh, and I did the Gramercy cards. I took the big cart. This is weird. The big cart was overflowing with stuff, but it was kind of a catch-all. So I decided I wanted to get rid of that, put the smaller one over there on the end of my shelving unit. That's right over here. So that I didn't have, you know, everything that was on the big Gramercy cart fit on the little one. And the little one is almost empty sitting over there. And the only thing that I put on the big cart that when I moved it, that had been on the little cart, was Big Red. And, you know, my automatic holder. No, it's a staple gun. But it's a rechargeable one. I love this thing. I bought it at the thrift store for like $3. And then it was $5.99 and it was half off. So I got it for $3. And then I got home and I didn't have a charger to fit it. I went to the great cord god of the home, who, you know, husbands. They have cords for everything. He did not have the right cord for this, but I was able to go on Amazon and get a cord for it for $6. So I spent less than $10 on this. This is an $80 unit and it's in brand new condition. See, that's the thing. You go to the thrift store. Here's the thing they do. They take cords for things like this, because I will almost guarantee you when this showed up, it was plugged in. Like it had the plug in there and it was tied to it. But they tear all that stuff apart and they sell the plugs, the charging units separate because they can make money off of that. But you don't know which one it is. You know what I mean? Like there's nothing on here that says, here, look, it says T500CD5V DC, but you don't know if it's that particular unit or not that's going to work on this. So it's hard. And then you have to sit there and did somebody already take and then did they put the power cord out at the same time that they put this unit out? That's a big issue. The other one is those stupid plates. So if your thrift store gets a die cutting machine, they get these and they're like, you know, they're gross and they're like, I don't know what that's for. They throw it in the trash because they don't realize that this goes to that machine. Even though it's in the same box, they're like, no, I don't know. Unless they're a crafter, they don't understand what this is. So they throw it away so you can't get them. Which is why Amazon has such a big business of reselling those things. Hey, Marie! All right. So let's see. What do we got? Doop. All right. So we are well and good into February because I updated everything. So we have a a flip up corner pocket with tucks. It's cute. It's small. It's pretty easy to do. Like, I would say beginner's level project. But I can't believe I used it. Because I'll be honest, I've had this thing for years. And this has been off of here, like, to be used, like, twice. This piece that goes on here for cutting diagonals, for scoring diagonals. I've never used it. But we're going to use it in this project. And don't worry, if you don't have one of those, these have them too. It's just a different, it's on the back. But they have them. So we're going to be using that. And then here's a rare one. I'm going to be doing a wallet type file folder thing. I'm actually going to decorate it, but we're calling it a make-ahead. Okay, so what are we doing? So this week we had the tag time card with the extra paper stash, which actually motivated Michelle. She found all her time cards. And then tomorrow we're going to have a layer cake pocket. I don't remember what that is. It's probably in a bag of stuff that's on its way to Michelle. And then we're going to have art therapy tomorrow night. Then on Friday, we'll have the craft with me. So I'm going to go and look and see what the vote is. And then I'm going to put up what we're doing. And then art therapy, of course, is in our book. Michelle showed me hers. Oh, my God. Yeah, so she got a book, started tearing it apart. And then she's like, oh, I kind of like this, though. I want to save it. So she glued it onto another page. And before you know it, most of her book is already done from other pages in the book and a calendar. So she's probably going to have to start over. But that's my Michelle. I love her. She's like, well, okay. So for this, there is a playlist. It's called Art Therapy. Just go in there and pull up the playlist. In the first video in the playlist, it tells you how to tear the book down. So what you're looking for is a book that's about 1 inch to 1.5 inches on the spine, and you want it to be a very stable book, okay? So nothing that's got the spine separated. And then you're going to go through and you're basically just going to rip out, like you're going to keep 2-3 pages, rip out 2-3 pages, maybe 4, you can see there's stuff like this. Like this one here I did. This was an extra add-on that I put in later. I still haven't done the journaling card for it. No big deal. This one I did. This is like a little pocket here, and then there's a big pocket in the back. I haven't done anything with that either. Now, this is the one we did this week, and I used this paper for the background and to kind of give me some inspiration for the page. And I started just adding stuff. And I wanted to keep this because I haven't done the journaling card yet or anything else. So I kept the paper. I'm just tucking it in. I may come back to it. I may use it. I may not. And there's no rhyme or reason to this. I just, flip to something and go, okay, this is the page we're going to do this week. So that in itself, I got to tell you, is cathartic. And then this was actually a project that we did last week in the craft with me, and I haven't finished it, but I thought it looked really good with this set. So I just kind of tucked it in here because we're going to use it. I'm going to use it in here as a journal card. I'm just going to finish it up. I just haven't finished it, but I will. Maybe next week, maybe this week. I don't know. This was a page that we did, and I came back and I found these stickers. I don't remember where I got them, but I found these stickers someplace. It may have been in a bag from a scavenger, and I went, those would look perfect on that page. And so I came and I put them in there, and you know what? They're perfect. They look perfect on the page, but I haven't put them away yet because I still have 2 pockets in here to do, and I don't know if I'm going to, do anything in them. So, yeah, so this is kind of an ongoing come back to it later type thing. I haven't figured out what to do with the cover yet. But we're going to be doing that one. Michelle was into it. She was just throwing things in there. Then we're, of course, going to have Mixed Media and our Sunday Fun Day. Next week is a snail mail happiness. It is a way to send some snail mail to somebody without having to spend more than like 2 stamps. And then there's going to be some time card tags, which was a little bit of the different than this one. It's a little different of a project. We're going to have some art therapy again next week. And then we do have a 6x6 double, triple pocket thing coming up on Thanksgiving Day. I don't expect anybody to watch that. I expect you to be eating with your family. But, you know, who knows? Oh, and then there was a viewer request. It's from the Graphic Fairy. It's a clutch that they did. And I think I did it like 3 or 4 different ways. But kind of walked people through, you know, how to tear them apart. So, yeah, she was having fun. That's what the whole part of art therapy is for, is to de-stress, relax, have a blast, play. We're going to be playing with some stuff. So that's all I got today, guys. I got to go. I do. I got to go. Because you can hear he's getting started over there.
Go on. Outside.
So I am going to skedaddle out of here. So I think we did a total of between, you know, the other day and today, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one, that's 7. So we did 7, 8, 7. Because I didn't really do this one. We did 7. Everybody saying hi to you, Hubbard. We did 7 make-aheads. There's a couple more that I still want to do, which we'll probably do tomorrow. So that, you know, I have a full, because I'm out of make-aheads. So we'll do a couple of them, you know, tomorrow as well and finish that up. And then on Friday, I don't know, maybe we'll start a folio or, oh my God, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Maybe we'll do some projects with, you know, the Edwardian Journal. Ugh. Maybe we'll do a quick journal out of one of them, some pages. You'll see. We'll do something. I'm not on tonight, Mari. Tomorrow night. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights, 6 p.m. my time, 7, 8, 9 across the country. Okay? Yeah, so we're going to do all of that. So, that's it. I'm out of here. Listen, if you're new, push the button. Boink! Get your George Jetson out. Do your job. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But if you push the button, you will make a fat lady happy. It's not often people do that. Oh, I'm telling you, she lost her mind in her book. It's like it's almost completely done. She'll fix it. So yeah, push the button if you would. Check out the community tab. I did update everything as of yesterday, so check all of that out. I'm going to be redoing a video or two that I had. Like I said, one of them just was, I had a huge amount of video already, and I'm not even halfway through the project. I'm like a third of the way through. So I'm going to be doing that as a free class. I'm not sure if I'm going to include a paper pack if somebody wants to buy it, just because it's kind of some specific things. But I'm going to show you in there how to work with some other things that you may already have. What else? That community tab, that information is also on the Facebook group. So if you don't go into the community tab, you can get it off the Facebook group. There's also the list for the year. I haven't done it. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do my card tomorrow. My card for this week is travel. So I'll be doing that this tomorrow for my challenge. Projects of 24 challenge. So I'll be doing that tomorrow. Check out the Ko-Fi. There's some free digitals over there. And also you can go over to my Patreon if you so choose. And, show support. You can go just, you know what? It shows me just as much support if you join at the free for a week level. At least I know that, you're thinking about me. So if you want to go do that, that's fantastic. That's it. That's all I got. Until I see you guys again, stay well, my friends. I love you guys. Bye. Bye-bye.